What is going on, brothers? It's Mgtow, the name. Got a video for you. It's written title. No hand beats allowed. Here goes. So, you see that two particular ham beasts have made a big stink about being denied entry to a club. And, of course, they're going on a crusade to destroy this club and its reputation. And they're trying to get as many people involved as possible. One of them admitted that they were privileged. And they've also admitted that this has happened to them more than once. And I'm going to tell you, brothers, why it's been happening to these individuals. So I'm not going to pull any punches, so check this out. The reason why these ditch pigs and these ham beasts have been getting denied entry to these establishments, these nightclubs, is because their behavior is absolutely horrible. Over the years, these club owners have been cataloging their bad behavior. When they go on YouTube, World Star Hip Hop, when they get articles and incidents about fights that have broke out in these clubs, in these establishments, they see these ham beasts. They see these ditch pigs. They've been doing this for years. So, in order to prevent them from tearing shit up and just wrecking a damn joint, they've been denying them entry. That's what they've been doing. And it's not just here in the West. It's also have been going on overseas. It's happened in Paris and a few other places where these certain ham beasts and certain ditch pigs are complaining because they weren't being let into these clubs, where they've been getting kicked out of these clubs because they're going into these places to do their dirt. One of the biggest ones is mooching. You know, trying to bum drinks off of men. Get them to pay for your drinks. And if you can't get that out of him, you question his masculinity. You use the F word. And then you move to someone else. Doesn't work with them. You try someone else in another, and then the bouncers throw your fat ass out. That's what happens. They've been doing this for a long time. They are the instigators behind these fights that break out and people who end up getting shot and killed in these nightclubs, these establishments. It's them. Tommy Sotomayor called this years ago, and I've seen it. And I've even spoke to brothers who were bouncers, and they've told me why they stopped doing it. They say they like their job, but the problem is it's a liability. It's a liability because a lot of these ditch pigs, a lot of these ham beasts would go into these clubs. They would drink themselves. They would consume all this alcohol and just bring the entire mood down. Some of them would blow chunks. Others would soil themselves. And the very worst of them would get pissed off and try to fight the damn bartender when they tell them that they've had enough to drink. And when that fails, they get dragged out by the bouncer. And rather than go home or go somewhere else, they stay there, curse the bouncer out, fling all of their usual shit at the bouncer, and try to fight them. And then somebody standing there waiting to get in will record this on their phones. It has been like this for a long time. You can go to World Star Hip Hop, you can go to any of those corners of the internet and find this shit. They've been doing this. And they've not only been doing this in the bars, they've been doing this on flights. They've been doing this in the gym. They've been doing this in restaurants. And they've been doing this at baseball fields. You brothers remember about a year or two ago, there was a video of a fight that broke out at a baseball field where these two individuals were fighting, and this ditch pig had a glass that she was drinking out of, and she threw it right as things were calming down, and then the fight kept going. They do this shit for their own sick amusement. But they will tell you that the reason why they're getting kicked out of these places is because they're body shaming, they're fat shaming. No, it ain't got nothing to do with your body weight. A lot of it has to do with the fact that you can't act right. Your behavior is garbage. We know it, and most men worth their salt know it. And that's why they're being denied entry. And that's going to continue. As a matter of fact, it's already the new norm. If you own a bar or a nightclub, you want to keep the place open. You don't want troublemakers, whether they're male or female, to get in there and start doing stupid shit. And these ham beasts have been doing it for a long time, and the reason why it has gotten worse is because the simps and the femcels have let them off the hook for their bad behavior. They have let them off the hook for starting fights. They have let them off the hook for destroying property. They have let them off the hook for going in there to bum alcohol off of men. So they've taken their fuckery to other places. One of them being the gym. The other being the grocery store. In fact, Darius M had a video where he actually had footage of one of these ham beasts who went into a grocery store wearing yoga pants, flip-flops, and a sports bra. And she was thirst trapping. And the thing is, everybody knew she was thirst trapping. That's why she bent down and pretended to pick something up and did it right when she saw a brother going to that aisle to look for food. She thought she could thirst trap him, and it backfired. He reached for an item, and she said, sir, and he said, ma'am, in a mocking tone, and kept walking. They do this shit for their own sick amusement, and people are tired of it. People are tired of it. So the prevailing narrative right now is no ham beasts allowed. And they did it to themselves. They did it to themselves, brothers. This is L.O.M. Mgtow. That's all I got for you. Like the video, like, share, and the commentary. If you would just subscribe. If you want to donate, this is my channel. You find a tip jar on the upper right inside the screen next to the G+ icon. Alright, fam. Alright, brethren. You know the drill. You know what to go away the boy SYSBM. As for these ham beasts, these ditch pigs who go into these establishments to start trouble and to do their dirt, give them nothing. This has been the Mgtow PSA Morgan State. See you soon.